Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia. I hope that you are all safe and well. I've popped in today to share a few bits and pieces that I have worked on over the last month and a half. I have to say that I have been struggling with my creativity and my motivation recently, so I haven't completed a journal. I just decided that I would do things inspired by tutorials that I watched on YouTube, things that I'd seen on the various groups that I belong to, things that had been in the back of my mind for a while, and Pinterest. So I hope that they will be of some interest to you. So one of the first things that I want to show you is this really cute little notebook. And I was lucky enough many weeks ago now to receive a beautiful happy mail parcel from Tina of Hummingbird Tales, and in it she sent me one of her gorgeous little notebooks, and so that inspired me to have a go at doing some myself, because I love the vintage style and the collaging and the idea of using up bits and pieces. So thank you so much, Tina, for that inspiration. So Tina's book's flipped up, this one flips open, and it's just full of little scrappy bits of paper, and I did my collaging around a photo as a focal point. So I really enjoyed doing them, and it was so uplifting to receive a beautiful happy mail parcel as well. Okay, one of the things that we have been doing on a group that I admin called Junk Journal Junksters Down Under is to do a weekly challenge in an effort to kind of provide some motivation and inspiration. So this was one of the earlier ones, and it was something that I made in response to 5 prompts. I can't remember what they were now, except that there were definitely circles, which is why I made these little tags. So the idea is that we have some prompts, and you can use those prompts in any way that you choose to make anything that you want. And we just share photos of them. So I actually turned it into a little notebook, and it was a load of fun to do that. So I have found that idea of doing the prompts and doing the challenges to be lots of fun. I'm finding it easier to do small projects than to do something large. So this was what I created in response to this week's challenge, and what we did was to take inspiration from the Artie Mays tag videos that were around about a month or so ago, and then to use things that were in our stash to create 3 tags, and this is what I came up with. So they're very vintagey, but you can see the Artie Mays inspiration in the layered tags, the sewing, the use of labels, and yeah. And what's amazing about doing these challenges is that everybody does something so different. So it's been a lot of fun. Now, this is something that I have been wanting to do for ages. I love envelopes and letters and things like that. And I've been wanting to do an envelope stack, or a deconstructed journal, I think Amity Bloom calls them, that tell a story through the envelope. So this is just a little bit of play with envelopes. There's not enough here and not enough ephemera to count as a deconstructed journal, but I just wanted to show you. And also to thank Amity Bloom for her inspiration, and also Artie Mays, Tina from Hummingbird Tales, and of course Annalie from Annalie's Journaling. All of those ladies give me so much inspiration. So this is my little set. There's only 4 in it, and this one is actually made from a little die cut that I have, and there's just a little photo in there. And on the front, I've done a little stamp and also a little bit of decoupage, and I've gone around the edges with some Prima wax. So this is my next one, and I made that using my envelope punch board. I've used copy dyed paper. I've sprayed that, and once I've made the envelope, I've actually used an embossing folder on the corners, gone over that with some wax to lift up the embossing, used a real stamp and also a stamp from the Correspondence Tim Holtz kit to cancel that, and then various bits of decoupage. And this is, I think, is from the Artie May's freebie, vintage freebie that she had a couple of weeks ago. So loads of fun doing that. Really loved it. I didn't do, we didn't look inside. I did try to put something inside the envelopes, but they were just little scrappy bits that I already had. So this is just a leftover piece from My Porch Prints that I didn't use in a journal, and so that's a letter and it goes very nicely in the envelope. So this one, did lots of decoupaging. I embossed the whole envelope, did lots of decoupaging. I've sprayed it, inked up my embossing, and then done a lot of collaging on the front there around this little graphic. So again, a real stamp, and then cancelled with one of the Correspondence stamps. And inside, again, some leftover pieces from My Porch Prints. I love how grungy they are. And then my final letter, it's actually a real envelope. I tea-dyed it, put it through the embossing folder, and I actually had it open at the top like it had been opened with a letter opener, and again, the collaging, real stamp. And into that, I have placed a postcard that I have made. So this is like, that's cut out with a die, then put the photo in and backed it with some tea-dyed paper, just used a stamp and put a real stamp on there. So these are fun to make, and I will link the tutorial that I followed to do that. So there you are, my little envelope stack. So that's what I have been up to. I hope that you've enjoyed having a little peek, and hopefully a little bit of inspiration for you as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Stay safe, everyone.